After 2 years fully expired, the king sent his chief collector of tribute to the cities of Judah, who came to Jerusalem with a great multitude, and spake peaceful words unto them, but it was all deceit. For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city, and smote it very sore, and destroyed much the people of Israel. So when they come and speak those peaceful words, know that it's all deceit. Because in the end, like the brother said, they know that their situation not going to change. If Esau forever even thought that the playing field was even, he's resorting back to his natural state, which is kill and hunt. If he even thought that the court systems were even, that the whole justice system was actually even, they are going to go back and kill and pick up arms, because they know that that's a sign of them losing power. From going to being on top to being even, they know what that means.
Yeah, it's like, if I can make a point too, it's like a woman you date in the beginning stages, like a month, 2 months, she do what you call the love bombing, where she gives you a bunch of adoration and affection and love, but then she puts on her true self, her real self shows again.
Right.
Women are deceivers just like Esau is for the most part, for the majority of them. But that's what they do. And so they hook you after that. So you're like, okay, once you see that person acting equal towards you, you're like, what is this? I thought you loved me. I thought, just like Esau, I thought you loved me. I thought you cared about our people. You let us play basketball in the NBA. You let us be in the government.
14th Amendment.
14th Amendment, And then once you really, you're devastated. You're devastated after you find out that person don't give a shit about you. But that's gonna come soon for you Negroes and Latinos.
You got a saying for people like that, when they think, oh, I thought this and I thought that, or you thought like lit. You thought he had the fun, he had the shit. Now you messy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, our people like, look at fucking Kanye. Thought he was gonna do all this shit to please these people. Then when they place him in the place where he at, he mad. He want to be on the same level as them. But that like I said, that don't happen when one people is a person or ruling over another people. Yeah, they may show little favoritisms here and there, and throw little goodie bags here and there to the people that's doing their will.
But not to cut you off, but that's why they slow with the second round of stimulus checks, because they know, hey, we sending money to people who don't even work. We sending money to people who just live off the system. So, and they're getting paid. Let us slow this free money down. So Esau will throw something out there, but then he peep it out. See, that's what the census is all about.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the census to gather up intel and information. That's what a snake does. He gathers up information. He asks you questions only for the benefit of knowing things about you. Yeah, so he can infiltrate you. It's all about war. It's all about war with this devil. Shalak, right?
I got an example. I just typed in 500 trees, because you mentioned, you pretty much said it. You're pretty just like when they have an opportunity to do good, or to give you like your freedom or your land or whatever, they don't give it to you, right? And that's the first thing I think of is the 500 trees, because that's how they treated the Native American Indians, which are the Hebrew Israelites from the tribe of Gad. They had the land, and they slowly pushed them out all through the sea. And now you can't even find one unless you go to the reservations. So how do you go from a whole land populated by one people to now being pushed into reservation camps and under your rule? That's the sea.
Yeah, but you said reservation camps. It sound like food camps.
So I just typed it in, right? I typed in broken treaties examples. It says, the United States has had a long history in which it abused its relative power over other populations. Its relations with the Native Americans were no different in this regard. The United States frequently signed and committed itself to treaties with the Native Americans that they repeatedly broke, a practice that has been present in American policy since its inception. For instance, under the Removal Act of 1830, the U.S. government bought land from Native Americans east of the Mississippi and offered to give them land in the West that they would be theirs forever. However, this treaty was not honored by the U.S. government, as white travelers and traders were allowed to settle in that land that had recently been given to Native Americans. The American government also participated in signing treaties that had no real legal basis. For instance, in 1874, the U.S. government signed an agreement to purchase the gold-rich Black Hills of South Dakota. This agreement was signed with only a few individuals of the Sioux tribe, aka S-I-O-U-X, Sioux tribe. A clear violation of the 1869 Sioux Treaty, which required approval of three-fourths men of the tribe. The Congress responded by passing a law ruling that the government that the agreement overrode the treaty. Even years after these broken treaties, the U.S. government still found ways to shortchange and not fulfill previous promises to Native American tribes. So that's what they did. Like, they'll make treaties, but then they'll take it over anyway. Like the instance they mentioned with the Mississippi, they told them that that'll be their lands forever. And it actually tells them that no white person can come in there, but then they end up coming in there anyway, so then the treaty is broken. Just like that, I can't ever remember the place. Maybe I just read it, but you know, like the Simpsons, they got the little four faces on the rocks, presidents. That's what it is?
Yeah.
And those are all four Edomites, right?
Yeah.
That land belonged to Gad, and they took that land by the Sell-or-Starve Act. Look that up, Sell-or-Starve Act. Those land was theirs, and they kept pleading with them, saying, let's get your land, because they found out that it had a lot of gold there. So they was like, look, let us get the land, you know, we'll give you this and this and that. And they was like, no. So then after a while, they was like, okay, look, they got a lot of gold there, we got to go in there and take it. So then they told them that if they don't sell the land, they're going to starve them out pretty much. They're not going to do business with them when it comes to commodities and food, forcing them to sell it. But now if you go over there, I guarantee you they're going to be like, oh yeah, they made a deal with the Native American Indians and gave up the land. No, they were forced out. Because this man's a backbiter, man. So even if he has an opportunity, he's not going to do good. He's not going to abide by his rule. He's a treaty breaker.
He ain't trustworthy.
Yeah, he's a deceiver, man. Yeah, set Gad up to believe that they weren't gonna have no more problems with them, just to, bam, hit them with some more problems.
Makes you. He forces you to want to believe it. He tries to make you believe it. If you already know ahead of time, you know, he ain't gonna get over it.
Yeah, and that's when they get so angry when they can't. I was just talking to my boy about this. Like, they get mad when they can't get you. Like, let me get you. No,
the harbinger of death.
And now I gotta go to and now I gotta go to violence, because people don't just, you know, they oppose his bullshit. Let me get over on you. No, okay, well, now we finna drop bombs, now we finna come in, we finna flood with troops, we finna do all this, we'll starve you out, we'll cut the resources off. Like,
you see, when Trump said basically when the looting starts, the shooting starts.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a go-ahead to kill you people.
And you had cops, somebody recorded the phone conversation of them bidding on so-called Mexicans and so-called Negroes. 50 for the Negroes, 100 for the Mexicans. If you kill them. This is what they saying between each other.
This is Psalms 55 verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were salted in oil, yet were they drawn swords.
And that's what makes a person deceiving, is when his words don't, his words don't match up with their actions. there's a particular person tell you one thing, but you see the action be totally different. You know, and they'll say, okay, doesn't matter what creed, color, or what you are, everyone has an equal opportunity here in America. You just have to work hard. That's a goddamn lie, man. That's a bold-faced lie, man. Because if you're in the corporate America, that's why Negroes and Latinos, you're not really supposed to be in corporate America like that. Because it's really shiesty in there. And you're going to lose your shit. You're either going to wind up killing somebody in there or offing yourself, man. That's why the push for like entrepreneurship is so high, so you can become your own.
Black Wall Street.
But that's a freaking lie.
Like, if that's still in their heart, then I got no issue.
So it's that war was in his heart. War is in his heart with Esau when he came up to Gad. You know, Gad was coming in, so-called Indians. I guess they were too nice, or whatever. And then Esau, they had their whole plan all along was to kill him. It wasn't that they just we make up a plan.
Yeah.
No, bro.
That was the plan. Like you devils, like even in schools now, they'll teach you that. Oh, he discovered America. It was a mistake. He was trying to get to India. That's bullshit. All right. And then all of a sudden it just happened. That's what you call bullshit. That's lying.
Yeah.
They came over here with the intent on making them slaves. The letter is still up. When Christopher Colomb, when he came over here, what did he send a letter back to the Queen of Spain? He said, these will make perfect slaves.
Damn.
And they brought about 500 Northern Kingdom from this side of the world to that side of the world. They rebelled and they fought. So then they said, okay, we got to get some new slaves. Go get the Negroes. So get the fuck out of here with that, it was just an accident. And the next thing you know, we on top. No, this devil was a liar, man. All right? That's how he operates. This is how he prevails with his tongue. Because, like I just read in Maccabees, spoke peaceful words, but it was all deceit. As soon as you give him credence, as soon as you let your guard down, that's when he jump on you. And they boast in that because they pretty much say, we can make this happen with what we say. And I got a quick precept on this. Psalms 12 and 13. The Lord shall cut off all flattering lips and the tongue that speaketh proud things, who have said, with our tongue we will prevail. Our lips are our own. Who is Lord over us? That's how they figure. With our mouths, we're going to get this through. Send Trump up there and speak peaceful words. But really, his intent is bringing hell down.
The Bible.
We just had a lost Jake that walked by with his Edomite wife. And he's like, all emotional on the phone. Like they talking about Black Wall Street and my heart and their heart and all this other stuff. He's lost because I think they're doing a march around.
Yeah, if that's still in their heart, then they don't have anything to do with it. He's still trying to search for a weak spot or a soft spot within Esau. It ain't one.
Let me get this.
He gonna get you, man. He gonna get you.
He will. This is Ecclesiastes 7 and 12. For wisdom is a defense and money is a defense, but wisdom is a defense for us. Nice. Spinning wheels. It says wisdom is a defense and money is a defense, but the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Consider the work of the Most High, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked?
That's right. That's right. You can't turn Esau into something good, man. You can't look for something good to come out of Esau. Because look at their track record.
Can a leopard change his spot?
Right, exactly. Ethiopian switches.
Oh, yeah.
You can't. They just that. That's what he is, man. That's what he's created to be. That's what he's created to be. The seed of the wicked, man.
Just like 2/3 niggas not gonna get this. Hey, can a nigga get this truth? No. So can Esau change? No. Even if because the Lord probably have it for that devil to snap in them when they trying to be too nice. Like they'll just be quote unquote good or whatever, having good behavior, and they'll go into a trance and kill a Jake and be like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
No, because that's in them. The Lord, that's their DNA, man.
Yeah.
Cain and Abel.
Don't deviate away from what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, because then the Lord, you would be going against what the Lord made you.
Yeah.
How the Lord made you.
And that's exactly what they expecting out of Esau, man. He not finna do nothing more than what he put her to do, man. You know, that's just like planting an apple seed and expecting oranges to pop off the tree. That's what you niggas doing by marching and begging to be treated equal. Really, the Lord said we above them. He just placed us in the lower state for our iniquity, man. For us going off as a whole nation. You know, the good suffer with the bad.
And that ain't intelligent.
You know?
The instructions to you is important. That's being naive.
Yeah.
You know, that's not intelligent. You just doing the same thing over and over again is insanity.
Yeah. Expecting to be. How long we done this? Now it seems like they know at some point this is gonna happen. So they ushering it in so they can still reap some benefits in the destruction. Yeah, everybody turning up stuff. They gonna get the benefit of that. The bankruptcies and the insurance monies.
Yeah.
You know, and then guess what? They still gonna turn around and use all this intelligence they got out here to find you niggas, man.
What's up, boss? You got precept?
I got the scripture to try. Jeremiah 13:23. Can an Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil.
Yes. So you can't expect something good out of getting treated from somebody who's unable to treat you right, because then you'll just be you're just expecting yourself to get hurt over and over again, just like you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You so-called you Israelites out here, you know, when really y'all should be asking